Hey, if you're a network marketer who hates prospecting, this video is for you. If we haven't met, my name is Edita, I'm from VIE Now, and I'm a network marketer like you, and I love network marketing, but I do hate prospecting. So it was an issue. I didn't like chasing people, I didn't like living with hidden agenda, I didn't like all the 3-foot rules and all that kind of stuff, home parties, you name it. It felt uncomfortable, so obviously I wasn't ranking up, I wasn't able to recruit anyone, and I struggled until I found a way to get my ideal prospects to come to me instead. And now my business is growing every day, and if you would like to learn how to recruit new team members without having to prospect and chase anyone and feel awkward, grab my 3-step formula at viesnow.com/3 steps. I put a link in the description of this video, and I want to talk about something that's considered to be a vehicle, the engine for this industry, which is prospecting. And now I guess a lot of people, or most network marketers, don't even consider that we can actually build this business without prospecting. It's like it's given. That's what we do, and the problem is that the majority of network marketers fail, sadly, and the reasons are. Can be different reasons, but one of the most important reasons is that they don't succeed to recruit new team members, and that in many cases has to do with the methods they are told to use to build their business, methods that are part of prospecting and all those kind of things, like approaching people, chasing always. And I remember how I was struggling, how I lived with this. I really lived with hidden agenda, every morning I was getting up, I was thinking about who I could talk to, and if I knew that I was going to places like at the time I was mostly going to mom and baby groups, so I used to always think, how can I talk to somebody, some mom in the group, how can I start a conversation, and then kind of guide it towards starting talking about my stuff, and how can I overcome that feeling of awkwardness, of guilt, if you like, because I was being realistic. I knew that these other people had their own life going on, and I knew that I was gonna talk to them about my stuff because of what I wanted, but obviously I didn't know what else I could do, and I wasn't getting the help that I wanted from my upline. The only thing that she was telling me that everybody has to do it, everybody does it, it's normal, you need to get over it, and no is also a result, and you just need to go through your list and just either recruit somebody or take them off the list if they say no. And I kind of for a while I believed that I had to be doing that stuff, but I was really struggling. It was very, very uncomfortable, and I ended up thinking that there was something wrong with me. Look, she is doing that, my upline is doing that, she is quite successful, she has no problems contacting strangers, she has no problems talking to people that I asked her to talk to, which wasn't many, but still she was very determined, and she seemed to have no issues with this. However, on the other hand, I was really, really struggling. These things were very, very uncomfortable for me, and I felt I felt I had issues. And at some point, I almost concluded that this industry wasn't for me. I could never succeed, although my current opportunity I ran into it when I really, really wanted to leave 9 to 5. And when I started, I was telling myself, okay, one more time, and because I really, really, really want to get away from 9 to 5. So I really tried that time around, really tried. But and again, I found myself that I was drifting into the same mode of procrastination, of avoiding contacting people. And then I ran into attraction marketing, and I only after learning attraction marketing, I kind of understood what was going on with me. And the problem with prospecting for me was that it was going really against my values. While in the beginning I was thinking, okay, that's what I need to do, and if I can't do it, it's not for me, there's something wrong with me maybe, or it's just not for me, I don't have the personality. But now I ended up thinking that actually prospecting was going against my values. Things that I needed to do as part of it were going against my integrity, the feeling of being authentic. It was just not for me in terms of how I see life and how I want to treat other people. And the same way I don't like when people approach me offering stuff, that I don't want. And sometimes they use method that makes me feel guilty that I don't want that stuff and that I'm not buying that stuff from them. I didn't want to do that to other people. And when I understood these things, it was such a huge relief. I actually discovered that I was normal, that I was actually very normal. And it was such a relief, and I wanted to use this word today because of all because of the holiday season. It actually meant freedom to me. And this is not exaggeration. It literally meant freedom for me. Because I was no longer a slave of my neediness, my how will I, those methods that I used to freeze, thinking about contacting people, asking them to meet for a coffee to catch up. I was a slave of that. I was a slave of my own actions that I thought I needed to make in order to achieve something. But the other problem that I also understood, so freedom is massive. And by the way, if you feel free, if you know what you're saying is true, if you are telling the truth, it's easy. It becomes easy. When you learn the skills, it's down to a couple of things. One is mindset, switching from needy to helping, and the other one is from thinking that it's about your personality to knowing that it's actually about the skills that so many more people can learn. And when those things connect, they mean freedom, they mean that you are telling everyone what you feel, what you think, really, with no hidden agenda. When you speak the truth, it becomes easy. You can't sell anything without having to sell, just by saying the truth. And if you are, what do you think? Can you succeed if you keep going against yourself and your values? I don't know I don't know. I don't think so. I think it would be very, very difficult. I quit before this opportunity a couple of times. And I tried again. I thought, okay, maybe this time is going to be different, but I ended up in the same place. I can't think of the case when you are constantly going against yourself, you can actually succeed. These things will lead into overwhelm, into procrastination, into big resistance. It can be, unless you have maybe a goal of real survival for whatever reason. I don't think you can succeed if you keep going against yourself. And the other thing is, if you hate doing something and you know that duplication is such an important thing in network marketing, and if you are doing something that you're not comfortable with, can you teach it to your team members? Can they duplicate that? How can you tell if you hate contacting strangers, sending them links, asking them to look at your videos, doing presentations that actually don't have anything what's in there for your prospects? If you hate doing that, can you teach that to somebody else? And no, the fact that the company had videos that I could send, where I could send my prospects to watch them, it wasn't helping. I couldn't ask them to go and watch those videos. They were framing it as something very easy. Look, we have a system for you. We have these videos. Your job is to send people to see those videos. But even that I couldn't do, because those videos weren't about, I didn't know, I couldn't phrase it that way, but I could tell, I felt that those videos were giving nothing to my prospects. And those videos, getting them to watch those videos was about me and about what the company wanted. I could feel it. So I think I like saying, if you feel uncomfortable with prospecting, and if you can admit it to yourself, and if you can actually say, okay, I'm uncomfortable with prospecting and I don't want to do these things. So I want to say, and I've said it on many occasions, and I want to say it again, congratulations. Because that means that you want to be truthful to yourself. Your instincts are telling you that there's something wrong with being pushy, needy, salesy, living with hidden agenda, putting other human beings through your hidden agenda. So I think it's a good thing. Realizing this and admitting this, I think is a good thing, because that might mean your first step towards learning the skills, towards learning different ways to build a network marketing business, which thankfully exists. And it's way more powerful, and it can give you much bigger results, and you can do it without having to get involved in all those awkward things that so many network marketers unfortunately are doing, and in most cases only because they don't know anything different. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you received my message, and thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, grab my 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to do all those dodgy things that go against your integrity. at visnow.com/3 steps. The link is in the description of this video. Thanks again for watching. Have an amazing day and amazing rest of the week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.